from Hansa Fuentes, Stitching a Citizen, a workshop and artist talk for the Chicago Humanities Festival at Mana Contemporary. I'm responding to the tradition of sampler making, needlework sampler making in colonial America. So I'm riffing off of that history in order to create my own US citizenship test sampler, where I'm doing the 100 civics questions and answers. And then I've been working with non-citizen communities, creating these sewing circles that are intergenerational and multiracial, and learning the material through sewing together and also having these conversations about immigration and citizenship.
My name is Rodrigo Lopez. We are at my studio here at Mana Contemporary. I've been working recently with this exhibition related to immigration and identity. I started doing research about it and found this repatriation program that Hoover and Roosevelt started during the Low Depression. About 1 million Mexicans were repatriated or deported actually. And the thing is that about 60% of them were actually US citizens. So it was a lot of human rights violation. And what I did is I sculpted partial portraits of present-day immigrants, sort of making that connection of what happened in the 30s, but issues that keep repeating again and again, no?
My name is Tetras, and we are in my studio at Mana Contemporary. So a lot of my work is driven by research and travel, work that examines issues of migrancy, population transfers, people who are moving around the world, specifically the narratives that are constructed as people are moving. So architecture is an important part of the Black Athena collective work that we're doing, and specifically nomadic architectural forms. Mobility is the prized relationship to space, and so we're interested in what that can say about a relationship to one's environment.
So my name is Ramiro Gomez, and I am at Mana Contemporary, where my cardboard mural is part of this Humanities Festival, where I had a conversation at the National Museum of Mexican Art nearby in Pilsen. Large scale forces the viewer to interact with it, existing in a space that's probably maintained by someone as well. This work itself, about labor with a woman sweeping, might be actually activated by an actual woman or man sweeping around this space. Existing sort of off the wall and coming off the wall and interacting with the world and grounded in a way. But Mana Contemporary being around Pilsen and the Mexican community here, connections that, again, are universal between the domestic labor happening in LA and the domestic labor happening here.
My name is Sarah Fornesi, and I'm one of the 5 co-artistic directors of Manual Cinema. Manual Cinema is performing My Soul's Shadow here at Mana Contemporary. The sheet for it and the immersive experience was all designed for this weekend for the Chicago Humanities Festival. So the show has many parts. The audience members walk in and they actually have to follow a pathway so that they appear first in the shadow of overhead projectors. And they enter this sheet fort of sorts where there's ringing phones, and there's also drawers in the installation that they can sort through, little kind of surrealist imagery from Lorca's life. Then the show itself is a 40-minute shadow puppet show. There's a live chamber ensemble. You can watch the musicians, or you can see the overhead projectors where the puppeteers are working, or you can see the final image. On the walls of the sheet fort, poetry that is related to the images in the show appears and changes. And then the character of Lorca also appears and then moves through the space and interacts with the audience. And we're really interested in agency and choice in the audience. So you have 5 sites where you could look at any given moment, and we're not going to tell you, no, don't look at them. But where you look defines the experience. So no 2 people can experience the show in the same way.